Let me just go to another network. I think there is a lag somewhere. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Great, great. Yeah, Nishan, please go on.
This session is basically for an Edge Connect session for our Edge employability classes. So I wanted to ask that whether we can record this session.
Sure, sure. What is this edge? Can you just give me a brief background on what exactly is this edge employability and all that?
So basically, we have to connect with an industry mentor and discuss our future career prospects with them. So for our Edge classes, and then we have to upload it on our YouTube
Okay,
channel.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, is it? Okay, fine, fine, fine. Go on.
So Kshitij, you can start recording.
Nishant, okay. Thank you.
Started.
Yes.
So. Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. So this is for an Edge Connect session, and today we have a very special guest with us, a management consultant at Accenture Strategy and Consulting. And this is for the Edge Connect session for our pod, and we are 6 members here. Sir, could you please begin by introducing yourself and what is the job role like at Accenture Strategy, and what does your job entail basically?
Okay, so yeah, hi everyone. I am Pranshu Mathur. I basically am a management consultant, as Nishant already mentioned. I am currently associated with Accenture Strategy and Consulting. I have close to a decade's experience now in the logistics and transportation field. I have industry experience also working with global third-party logistics companies, and then in consulting, I have experience working with both the private sector and the public sector. Right, and so yeah, I am also a graduate from IIT Delhi. I've studied international trade, logistics, so that's about it on my background.
What does this job as a management consultant, what do you do? Like, could you tell us a bit about it?
Okay, so a management consultant. So first I'll maybe just ask you guys if any of you can give me an idea, or do you have an idea what does a management consultant do? I mean, since you guys are also in you're in the MBA sessions and you are learning about different aspects of management. What do you feel what does a management consultant do? Anyone, anything, matlab, it's what do you feel?
So I think taking decisions basically.
Okay, okay.
Strategy development.
Any, okay, right, right. So, so basically, when do companies come to a consultant, right? You as a company, you are working on your specific operations, right? But you feel that y there is something which needs to be done differently. So sometimes when you are inside the environment, you don't feel that this is moving wrongly, or this process is running wrongly, or these operations are running wrongly. So you kind of get a third party outside in perspective. That's where the consultants come into the picture. So the outside in perspective is basically what a management consultant brings in, wherein they come and see, understand what are the operations like. Okay. So let's say if I am talking about a company, a logistics company, right? A transportation and logistics company. It's an express company, right? And do you feel that there are revenue operations running in for that logistics company, right? Now you have to understand how the billing works for them. I'm just taking an example. So first you will understand how the billing works for them, and then you will give them some suggestions. Or else, if they want to make a different strategy for their billing, for their overall operations, then you will understand and give them that strategy. So it's all about, uh, it's a different project for us, or every project is a different project for us. I have done projects which are related to a specific operation of a particular organization. I've also done projects which are a very broader strategy level development for an organization. So it's never similar. I mean, you don't do same work every time, right? So that's how consulting works, right? So that is something which uh, I can say as of now, but rest I can again answer questions based on some specific things which you guys have in mind.
So now, guys, please ask your questions.
Sir, actually, I was having a question. Beyond technical skills, what core competencies like analytical thinking, adaptability, leadership do companies actually value the most while hiring graduates like us?
So see, Kshitij, for consulting, I can suggest, if I am taking an interview, right, or if even anyone in consulting is taking an interview, what we look for in a candidate is how you think. So if I ask you, so you must have seen, or if you have given any interview rounds, mock interview round or something, or if you will give it in the future also. So there are case studies, right? There are case interviews which you get to give for a consulting assign role. So in that, what we actually see is how you break down a problem into smaller parts and how you approach the problem. It's not necessarily that you have the right answer with you at that point of time, but it's about the way you approach the problem and how you maybe you know bring down a broader problem into smaller chunks to solve. So that is one very important skill which you'll feel that you need to have. Analytical skills and all these are definitely one, and it's more about how quickly are you able to understand a given problem. So that is also one requirement. I mean, if I want to, um, if I'm asking you to solve a problem for my, let's say, iteration rate, so you'll have to understand what's the background of it. So maybe you'll have to look at what is causing that problem, what are the variables involved, right? So that's also very important. Yeah, I hope I answered your question in somewhat way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, great. Yeah, is Ritik, I think you are asking a question, but you're not audible.
Yeah, Ritik, you are not audible.
Not yet.
Ritik, unmute your microphone.
Someone please, Pankaj or Vinayak, Ayush, you can ask till then he
I'm
joins.
audible.
Yes, Pankaj,
Yes,
you
you
are
are.
audible.
Sir, I'm having a question like how do you see AI changing job entry level job roles? Like, should students be worried about job displacement or focus on learning how to work along with AI tools, alongside with AI tools?
Well, that's a very good question, Pankaj, considering that everything, wherever you see AI is the buzzword, right? So, and what you asked is the actual problem which is being faced in the industry, that would AI take away some jobs, or we can work along with AI to help and expand on jobs. So to answer your question, AI is becoming one of the most important skills. And by AI, we are not just saying that you know how to use AI tools, basic usage of AI tools. Everyone nowadays knows how to chat GPT something, right? It's like the new Google. You can have answers from chat GPT and all. But the thing is how AI usage in your current companies or your current role is being done. That is important. So there are some roles which are currently not there altogether for at this point of time. But with the development in AI, there would be roles coming in where you would be looking at, okay, this new role I can look forward to if I know AI. So let's say I'll give you an example for there's been a lot of talk going on about responsible AI and how you have to have guardrails for AI usage across enterprises. So there is no role as of now for a AI responsibility manager, let's say, for example. But there can be something in the next 6 months itself of enterprises having a specialized person who knows how to use AI and how the enterprise can use AI. So, in my opinion, I would say understand how all these AI tools are helping. Look at the business use cases of these AI tools. So, let's say, for example, if a AI tool is helping a transportation company in planning of their cargo better, so you should first understand how that AI works, and there's always a human in the loop. So there's this concept of human in the loop. I am sure you might guys must have also heard about it. So there's a concept of human in the loop in the AI ecosystem also. So uh, currently we are only utilizing a very small percentage of AI capabilities in our day-to-day work, which going forward will increase significantly. So for an entry level role, it all depends on what kind of a role you are referring to. But yes, AI, if you know AI, and if you are comfortable working with AI agents, generative AI tools, then definitely you don't have to worry much about anything. I hope I answered your question.
Sir, am I audible?
Great. Yes, Vinayak. Yes, please go on.
Sir, if you were a student again, what skills and certifications would you prioritize to stay competitive?
Okay. So again, AI is one which I would definitely suggest, considering the importance it has gained in the industry across industries in the past 1.5 years. So learning about AI is one. Second, I would say you should also learn something. So Let's say, for example, uh, uh, you have an interest in supply chain, right? So you should learn something on some tool regarding supply chain. So let's say there are tools like Kinaxis, Blue Yonder. These are all transport management uh, systems. These are planning tools, supply chain planning tools. So this kind of specific tools you can learn, which are very important once you are in the industry, because a lot of enterprises utilize these tools. So let's say Kinaxis is utilized for supply chain planning, Blue Yonder is used for your transportation planning, warehouse planning, maybe your overall shipments. How are they planned from the manufacturing location till the end customer? So that is something which is very important. So yeah, generically, if you say whatever field you are interested in, look for a good tool which is being used in that particular field and try to learn that. That should be important. And also try to keep learning newer technologies. I mean, people would say that only IT guys will have to learn everything new every 1 year or 2 years. But in any industry, if you know specific tools which are useful in that industry, you will never be out of options. So that's one thing which I would definitely suggest now. And I was also not very aware about it when I was a student, but yes, once now I'm in the industry, and I feel that as a student I should have been more, uh, let's say, involved and understanding about. I should have had more understanding about those tools. Yes, maybe anything else, Vinayak?
No, sir. Thank you.
Cool.
Sir, am I audible to you now?
Yes, Ritik, now you're audible. Yes.
I was just asking one question from you, like, what is the biggest gap you see as a like, what college teaches, and when you will be going into the industry, like, what college should teach the student, and like, what should we get to know a lot when we enroll into the industry? That's the question.
So I couldn't, I mean, I am not able to understand exactly what exactly from the college's perspective are you referring to? The skills which there should be in the curriculum, is that what you are referring to?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the thing that I was asking for it.
Uh, okay, so see, curriculum wise, I mean, it depends on there are same courses which are being taught across colleges, but there are differences in what is being taught. So I believe majority of the B schools, they are teaching people about the um, the usual soft skills, the usual um, you know IT skills and all. But from the industry, I would suggest work on your platform skills for Microsoft, especially. I mean, you'll be making decks day in, day out if you are in consulting. You will be working on Excel sheets day in, day out if in it, in consulting also, or in other industries also. You may be reading reports, making reports day in, day out, in these industries. So if you are quite good in your Microsoft's tools, that is a big advantage. Second, um I believe you should also be able to have the skill to put across your points. I have seen a lot of people in the industry who are hardworking, who know their work, but they are not able to uh, show it in the way they want to the right stakeholders. So your you know, I'm I'm just saying that you should be able to justify your work, and you should be able to showcase your work in the right way also. And that all, and your networking skills should also be good. So in college, we feel that okay, this is only our 4 or 5 people. This is our small cohort of people. We are good. We don't need to uh, work with other people, talk to other people, or maybe increase our cohort network. But that's very important once you are in the industry, because a lot of opportunities come through a network. So if you have a strong network, um, you'll always have good opportunities in hand. So that's also something which, and I don't think that a college can, uh, you know, teach you. That's also your own, let's say, your own steps you have to take. So you have to understand, you have to be a friend for each of the, let's say, your batchmates. So you have to, that you have to do that the college cannot do. So that's also very important.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi Ayush.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, we all are currently in our second semester, and from our
Hmm.
third semester, we will be start enrolling in our placement drive. So, sir, my
Hmm.
question is, with so many graduates entering the market every year, what makes a candidate stand out during hiring?
What makes a candidate stand out during hiring, Ayush, as we discussed earlier? So it's not always. I mean, obviously, your grades do matter once you are getting hired from campus. So that's, the grades are the first, I would say, filter, for any candidate. So that obviously is an important factor. But from so once you are sitting across an interview, in an interview, once you are sitting across an interviewer, um, the confidence with which you are able to communicate and put across your answers, that is also very important. Because as I said, I mean, the way you put across your points is very important. You may have very good grades, you may be a class topper and all, but if you are not able to communicate that to the interviewer, so he or she will not be able to see that, are you the right fit for the role or not. So you may know about that particular tool or that particular role a lot, but if you're not able to tell them that I know this, and I'll be the right fit, so it's of no use. So also I believe that you should be clear about things. It's not always that you know all the right answers, and no one expects you to know the all the right answers also. So if you don't know anything in an interview, it is perfectly fine to say, I don't know it yet, but I will definitely look into it, or I will learn about it. But if you try to justify or give something wrong, and then so people will one thing leads to another, and then you will be in a completely different conversation in the interview. So that you should be very clear about that. Okay, fine, this is something which I don't know about currently, but I will definitely want to first, I will definitely want to know about it. And second, if you have a discussion in the interview itself, then that's a different thing. And thirdly, I believe that um, you know you should also be very you should be open to feedback during the interview itself. So I've seen and I've been in interviews wherein if a candidate is given a feedback during the interview that you are not, maybe you were right to an extent, but this was also there and all, so they kind of don't take it uh, in a positive way and try to justify that, okay, I was talking about this and I wanted to say this and all. That's where my first point of communications comes into picture also. So if you are given a feedback, take it into your stride and try to improve on that. And so that it's also very good for you, because then you will know that you will not make that particular mistake in the next interview, right? So that's very important aspect, because you may, a lot of people keep on giving interviews and they don't know why are they being rejected. So if you are able to get a feedback in the interview itself that, see, we liked you, but this was something which we didn't like, and maybe you should improve on it. That's a very good opportunity for you to improve and learn, and it would improve your chances in the next round considerably. So that's something which you should also keep in mind. So you should also have an open mind. Don't just go into the interview that I have to crack it anyhow. Just try to understand, have a conversation, and communicate whatever you know, and people will understand.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sure.
So, sir, I wanted to ask one question, that can you give us some common suggestion as an industry expert that we should all follow?
Suggestions for interviews you're referring
Yeah,
to?
yeah.
S- Okay, okay. So I think I've talked a lot on that already, but okay. Um, I mean, work on your resumes first. So see, your resume is the first uh, point wherein you are filtered out. So if you have, you need to understand what you want to showcase. What is that in your resume which should stand out, so that you are considered for an interview. Because if your resume is not shortlisted at all, you will not be sitting across an interviewer. So work on that. Look at the job roles which are be which you are which job role which you are applying for, and try to tailor it to that particular job role. Try to see what best you are able to align it with that job role, so that your chances of shortlisting for an interview increase, right? So I'm not saying put in fabricated things in the interview, that in the resume. That's not the case. But try to align your skill set, or your experience, past experience, with the kind of role which you are applying for, so that your chances of getting shortlisted increase. Now once you are shortlisted, and once you are there for an interview, try to search for uh, you know look for the company which you are interviewing it. Look for the details of it, because a lot of interviewers, they want to understand, what do you know about our company? You are applying for a role in our company. What do you think we do? What have you understood that we do? So if you just go blank, I don't know, okay, you are applying for a role for a with a, let's say, a port operator, and you don't know what they do. So that doesn't give a very good impression to the interviewer. They also want to understand you, but they want to check if you have done your due diligence in terms of the role. Because at the end of the day, if they are spending time on interviewing you, so they also want to have you as a long-term employee. Not they're not hiring you for 6 months, right? They also want that you should spend good time, you should understand the company and all that. So that is also very important. Other than that, I believe you should also be very clear about what you know, what your future, what you see for yourself. So let's say if I ask someone, if I'm interviewing someone for a management consulting analyst role, I would like to understand why do they want to come into this? Is it only that, okay, I have heard good things about, consulting, my friends are there in consulting, that's why I want to get into it, or you actually want to, uh, you know, uh, get in, understand, and make a career out of it. So it's not that you should have a definite plan. I have also switched. I've come into consulting after spending 6 years in the industry. So I, if someone would have asked me 5 years ago, where do you see yourself in 3 years, 4 years? I would have said I'll move up the ladder in industry itself. But the opportunity came my way and I grabbed it. But uh, you should be very clear on what you want to do in the role which you are getting into. So in the next 2 years, 3 years, you should be, you should be able to give them a plan of action which you have in mind. So that gives a clarity on your thoughts also, that okay, you are not just giving an interview just for the sake of it, ki nahi, I need a job and that's why whatever comes my way, I am just going for it. That's not the right way to approach any interview, because then people kind of get that feeling that you are just getting it for the sake of it. Because I've taken interviews in IITs, technical people wanting to come into consulting just because of the fact that Accenture was coming into it. So there's no point of, I mean, we got that feeling, okay, you are just coming in because you are not getting a technical company first. If there would be a technical company first interviewing, you would not have sit for our interview. So that's something which you need to be clear about. Anything else specific to any specific question you have regarding interviews other than this? Kshitij, any follow-up on this? So then let me
No,
know.
sir. No, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Any further questions you have? Anyone? Please feel free to ask. I mean, there's no problem in asking even the same question again if you don't feel that I gave you whatever I gave you the answer for, you are not satisfied with that. Please go on and ask follow-up questions or something like that. That's not an issue.
Do you want to ask any question, guys?
So what is your takeaway? What do you want to take away from this session? Based on that, let's have the conversation. I mean, whatever skill, interview tips and all that we have discussed. Other than that, what is your um key requirement basically? That I want to understand. So you all must be preparing for interviews in the next semester. When
Yes,
does
sir.
that happen?
Sir, we will be going for our SIP in summer internship program from 1st June to 31st July. After that, third semester will be starting, and the companies will be approaching. We will be starting with the interview practices and GD rounds and all from August
Okay.
onwards.
Okay. So it's also it's very important, and since you mentioned summer placements and all. So wherever you are doing your summer placements, it's also important to have a good impression on people there, because I have seen a lot of my batchmates and my juniors also from IFT who have got PPOs based on their summer placements. So because in summer placements in companies like these, once you are interning, you are able to work on live projects. So whichever project I am working with, I am working on, that intern who will be coming in, he or she will be able to work on that particular project itself, a part of that project. So that's very important that you take those projects seriously, and try to give your best, so it increases your chances of, because if the people in there, if they like how you work, if they like you as a as an individual also, so they'll definitely, I mean, your chances of selection in the future increases. So that's also you should keep in mind. So, Nishant, if there's nothing else on anyone's mind, let me give you guys 20 minutes back, and I hope uh, you you had your questions answered. And if there's anything else, if anyone of you wants to connect with, do you have my details? Maybe connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll be happy to give you any answers for any questions you have regarding interviews and all that. Yeah.
Yes, so we can conclude now. Kshitij, conclude the.
Thank you, sir, for so much sharing your valuable insight with us today. Your perspective on industry trends, skills, and future opportunities has given us real clarity about how we should prepare ourselves. This session has definitely helped us to connect classroom learning with real world expectation. We truly appreciate your time and guidance. Thank you, sir.
Thank you everyone, and best of luck for your
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank
interviews.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir,
Thank you,
for
sir.
giving us.
Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir.